Okay, part two. All right, so we just talked about this 19th fret here, like that. We're gonna hit that like I think it's 4 times. All right. If you got some time left over, hit it again. But in this case, I think it's just 4 times. Okay. Red may hit it 5. I'm not sure, but I think I hit it 4 in my example. So staccato. Okay. Again, that contrast between the short notes and the long notes, and we're going to carry that on. We've sort of established that as the theme when we first started off with our pickup notes, so we're going to continue with that theme with this. So we got those first three are staccato. So I'm sort of pressing down with my pinky and then relaxing, then pressing down with the pinky and then relaxing, letting that note die right after it's sounded, and then let it ring on the last one. It would help if I got up to the 19th fret, right? Here it goes. And then you let that ring, and then you slide that all the way down the neck. So again, in context or in time, like that. Okay. Now the next phrase is a transitional phrase, because we've now been on this B7th chord, B minor 7th chord for a while, and it's time to go to the E minor 7th chord. So we're about to make that switch. So the way that we're going to do that is first we're going to make a statement that says, okay, we're still here, and we're going to do that right there. Kind of go down to the 7th fret here, and we're going to go back and forth, kind of toggle back and forth between the 7th fret of the B string and the 7th fret of the E string, and I'm just going to use one finger and make a little two string bar across there. And you're going to start with the B string, go to the E string, back to the B string, back to the E string, like that. And then we're going to come up to the 12th fret for a staccato note, and then a little bit longer note. You hold that till, again, sort of the last second, just like we did with the first phrase where we kind of held that and did a pull off to the 10. Now we're going to hold it and do a little chirp or a staccato bend on the 10th, like that. Again, you cut that off with either your pick or your finger when you get to the top of the bend. Doesn't have to be exact, because when you cut it off, the human ear can't really figure out whether it's in pitch or not at that point. We just sort of fill in the blanks. So again, that whole phrase, oops, draw one more time. And again. And one more time. Okay. Now, this little phrase here is, I think BB would probably play it a little bit more like, and a lot of time that's how he opens up a song. It's like an introduction, you know, sort of like what we did there for an introduction. I think BB would often do something like, and that's called, I think it's called a one-to-one, because we're playing the B note on the 7th fret of the E string here, and then repeating that B note on the B string at the 12th fret, same note, but they don't sound exactly the same, because the strings are never going to be tuned exactly the same, and we got different string diameters, and this is about halfway, you know, along the neck, and this is a little bit closer to the bridge. So you're going to end up getting different sounds. So you're going to get a little bit of a color contrast between those two notes. And also, that allows you to slide into that note and apply some of that BB vibrato, which is an up and down vibrato that sort of brings the whole hand in there. I think he called it butterfly or something. And you can do that with a couple of fingers, you know, if you end up. Okay, so those are just some ideas, a different way to do it. Okay, next statement. Now we're in that E minor seventh, and we're going to stay there for a couple of measures and then go back to the B minor. But before we do, we got this cool little thing where we're going to slide between the 12th and the 13th fret on the E string, back to the 12th fret, and pull off to the 10. And that's all going to be one picking motion. We're going to do that just picking the strings once, like this. Okay? See, so I'm picking it once, sliding up, sliding back, pulling off. So that's one motion. Now we could do that with a bend, a little half bend, to bring us up to that pitch at the 13th fret. But, you know, we're already doing a lot of bending, so again, this is a way to give it kind of a different flavor. And then after that little figure, we're actually at that point when we pull off to the well, not yet. Pull off to the 10, you're going to go back to the 12, and then back to the 10. So, like that. And at that point, we're all done with the B minor 7th, and we're about to go back into the, and to do that, we have this next statement, which is a pull off from the 12 to the 10 on the B string, and then the 10th fret on the E string, and then back to the 12th fret on the B string. Again, that B note, and that really tells us solidly we're back here. So all together. Okay, one more time. Slower. And one more time up to speed. And I'll even do it one more time because I screwed that one up. Okay. All right. Let's go on to part 3.